Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be in the world. Josh here, just looking forward to set up this episode. So, welcome back to this part two. We are working on the MEP. So we are precisely working on the electrical, fixtures, lighting, and wiring, including, receptacle. For last time in the first two episodes, part one and part 101, we did we went through the wiring of the lighting fixtures and the switches. And I went ahead myself, fully completed, the wiring of all the major electrical fixtures and components around here. And this is the lighting plan. So if I go down to the receptacle plan, which is the plugs, the output. I've even worked on it. I've done the outlet as well, the wiring of different outlet, starting with the outside outlet here and the inside ones. So what we're gonna do today, we're still on the electrical environment. We're still working with electrical components. So what we're gonna do today, basically we'll be working on the same domain, which is electrical, but with a subtle difference right now, because as you look at it right now, we have the electrical symbol. This is primarily the ArchiCAD electrical symbol. If I open it using the object settings here, you can see that on the 2D, on the floor of representation, we have a symbolic icon there. But if we go on 3D, there's nothing. So this is simply a electrical symbols in ArchiCAD 24, because this project I started with ArchiCAD 24, like I said last time. So I'm carrying on with ArchiCAD 24. I don't want to jump to another ArchiCAD. I do have, but for this project, I rather keep it this way, because jumping between different versions of ArchiCAD, constitute a little bit of ambiguity. So I'm avoiding that. Not really time consuming, but I rather keep it here, which is more safer to me. So as you can see here, we have all these are just symbols. They don't have a model. They don't have a model. They're all just plain 2D symbol of the electrical library. All of them, they're just simple. But for this case that we are boarding, we need a model, because we want to show the client, we want to show him that this is the icon on the plan, on the plan, and there is the modeling object of that icon. But unfortunately, with what I've chosen here, with these ArchiCAD 2024 electrical symbols, we don't have the 3D representation. So we have to come out with the plan, right? So what I think of, I had to go online, I had to download a library. I downloaded an electrical library. Let me just open that electrical library for you again. Just zoom out. Right. Let's go. So I'm gonna click on object here. I'll come all the way to settings dialog there. So as soon as I click once there, let's give it just a second there. You'll see that we are in the embedded library. So these are different embedded library objects that I downloaded. So we're gonna go down to MEP here. So there's lighting, there's panel boarding here. We're gonna go to light. If I click on light, you will see that I have a out socket library here, basically an electrical fixtures library, which is Egger. So Egger, I remember. So if I go back in history, as my background is defined, I used to work for a company as an electro technician, and in that company, our main supplier was Egger. This company, it's a German company. They used to supply us with electrical components, with the panel boarding, the medium to bigger sizes, all the electrical equipment and component. This company, which is based in Germany, they were our main supplier. So I went around, downloaded this library. So what we're gonna do, when I use this library, it's pretty powerful. It's pretty, it gets the job done in whatever implicate electronic or electrical fixtures. So I went ahead, I downloaded it. So then I incorporated the library into this project. So we're gonna use this project to work on our electrical fixture 3D model. So as we can see here, we're having a 2D representation there, and we have a 2D as well. But the problem with it, let me tell you something. The problem with it is that you cannot change these sizes. You can't change them, these sizes. I try. Let's say if I want to change this height to 10 centimeter there, nothing changes. It comes back to the same. If I have to change, let's say the thickness, you're gonna see that nothing's gonna change. So basically, it has a fixed dimension. The measurement on it, on the 3D and the 2D representation or symbolism of it, it's completely fixed. So you cannot change it. But I'm working with a 150 scale. So basically, if I use it according to these sizes, the symbol will gonna be very small. So what I did, I came up with the idea to say, okay, I'm gonna use the ArchiCAD, electrical symbol, and for the 3D object, I have to go around and download a library which I will, incorporate as an electrical fixture model to the project. So this is, what we're gonna use to demonstrate the incorporation or the use of the electrical 3D object for fixtures. So what we're gonna do here, I've already done it for the ground floor and the first floor. So what we're gonna do, it's gonna go down to the first floor here. I'm just gonna double click on the first floor here. I'm gonna go down. As you will see here, if I zoom in here, you're gonna see that there's a kind of square shape appearing on this outlet socket here. As soon as I click on it, let's say to the corner here, you see that it highlights. Once it's highlighted, if I go to the object settings there, if I click on it, or you go Control T, I'll give it a second there for it to appear. So you can see that we having a double gang here in our outlet socket. There are two of them here. So yeah, you can see that we're having a nice 3D representation, the 3D model of the outlet fixture. So yeah, we're gonna use one of these for the outlet to the second floor, because we are working on the second floor. We came on the first floor to pick electrical fixtures that will be used on the second floor. So one of them is these double gangs, outlet. So let's just go cancel there. If I zoom out, let me just zoom out here. Just taking a little few seconds there. Double click on the escape button there, and I will zoom out. When I zoom out, you can see how the first floor is looking up. So if I go back, let's just say, if I take something like a schematic power plan right there, automatically the image changes. So we're gonna use this layer combination schematic power that is that encompasses a lot of fixtures. Then we're gonna pick what we need, and take them to the second floor. So we're gonna go with this. I'm gonna choose this one, that double gang, receptor. We're gonna go with a little bit of this two-way switch. Then I'm gonna take as well double pole switch, and so I'm gonna take. I need a single a single port socket here. We're gonna go with this one, and I'll take these two because they stand at different heights. So, no, let's just go with one. Let's go with one. What else? I will take a single socket. No, I've already chosen single socket. I think a single port switch. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. So I'm gonna not really that one, not the symbolic, but the model of it. So that is the model there. I think I chose the model. So all of the what I've chosen, they're all models. So I'm just gonna click on one of them and drag. I'm just gonna do the click on drag. No, I wanna drag. No, I don't wanna stretch it. I wanna drag it. So I'm gonna drag it all the way because we're going to the second floor. We're still on the first floor there. So I'm gonna zoom out, drag to the left, draw the plan to the left, come right here, because I know that these walls, you know, they are symmetrical, they are parallel. You know, the first one to I mean the one on the first floor, you know, it's just collinear to the second floor. So I'm just gonna put, just go click on control there to create a copy. So I'm gonna copy them right there. I'm gonna leave them there. Let's give it a second there. Let's give it a second there. I think so when I give I'll come right away here where it says home story. So before going to before changing them from the first floor home story to a second floor, I have to let's take them to the second floor first. Let's go to the second floor. Let me take them all to the second floor. Then from second floor I'll be able to set them at the proper section of the floor plan. Then for the moment, so they disappear completely. Say they've vanished. So automatically they went to the second floor. Double click on the second floor there for us to go up to the second floor, or you click on Control plus the upward arrow. It's gonna take you straight to the second floor. So yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click on one of them. So this is I'm sure this is a socket. I'm definitely sure that this is a socket. This is the same socket that I was selected before. This is a socket with double gangs. Yeah, so we're having a socket here. What I'm gonna do, I just want to use the same socket for the second floor. I'm not gonna change the color neither and anything from it. Only the ID. Yeah, I'm just gonna change the ID. It says there, it says 3D receptacle first floor. So instead of first floor, I'm gonna say SF, which means which stands for second floor. So what I'm gonna repeat the same operation, you know, for all of them. So I'm gonna change, you know, the identification. Instead of being, because they're coming from the first floor, now we are on the second floor, so their identity has to change completely. So now go on this one. I'm gonna apply the same thing. It says this S stands for switch, so the F here has to be S. Same thing. I'm gonna click on this one. I click on, let's see, this object as well, which is the switch. This one as well is the switch. I put an S there. One is a single port switch. The other one, it has to be a two-way switch. This is a single gain receptacle. Yeah, single gain receptacle. So yeah, we almost have now whatever we need, you know, to carry on. So what I'm gonna do here is another one here, which is another one here. I'm gonna click on it. Click on it, scroll the way, push it. This is another switch. I think this has to be a two-port switch, if I'm not mistaken. This is a two-port switch. No, it's a one-port switch. So I'm gonna click on it. I'm gonna click on it. Come all the way here. So we have, this is a single port switch, right? Coming all the way here. It's gonna put it here. No, let's not copy it. Let's just start placing them. I'll place it here because this is a single port switch. It's gonna place it right there. place it to right there. I will check the height of it from the height of it from the floor. It's a 1.2, meaning that minus the thickness of the slab, which is closer to 1 meter. So I'm gonna put it to 121 meters, from meaning that 1 meter 10 centimeter from the floor. So that is a little bit eligible, right? So which gets our job done. So even if I increase the scale here, it's the 3D object of this one pole switch, we're not gonna impact the view on the plan. So this is a single pole there. I'm just gonna click on it, copy to every single pole on this second floor, instead of just mirroring it, but it's fine. I'm just gonna click on it and drag, create a copy by clicking down on control there. We have a copy there. Then I'll go control M to create a mirror there, just to turn it around, because it's gonna face, if I don't do that, it's gonna face on the wrong direction there. So it's gonna control M there. So right click. So it's gonna click here, put it there. It's like I'm having little issues with my keyboard here. It's like, okay, let me just let's say drag. I'm just gonna click on drag. I'm gonna drag it. I'll drag, then I'll put it there. Drag and put it there. So next, what you're gonna do, we have it standing right there. When I click on it, because I have a lot of a one pole switch. This is a 2-pole switch there. This is a 2-pole switch, but the one that I've chosen, I'm sure this has to be a 1-pole switch. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Yeah, indeed, it's a 1-pole switch. So let's look for a 2-pole switch. These are switches. These two. One of them is a 2-pole. The other one is a 1-pole. The other one, it's not a 1-pole, but a 2-way pole. So we have a 2-pole switch there. So I'm gonna click on it, drag it all the way, bring it at the proper emplacement there, then click. As soon as I click on it there, let's go Control E to say rotate. So I click one there, click on the opposite direction there. So I'm just gonna shift around, turn completely to the right direction as I want it. I'm just gonna click there, take it all the way up here, come a bit closer, then click. So yeah, we have it there. I think I have more 2-pole switches in this environment than in the other room. There are two other 2-pole switches there, closer to the door here. There's a 2-pole switches. And I mean, there's a 3-pole switch here, and there's a 2-pole switch here. So I'm just gonna click on control, press control down once to get a copy, and click down. Then I will go Control E to rotate. So I will click on one side here, rotate on the opposite side, not to the right. Then it's gonna create a rotation. So I'm gonna click on it and place it right here. No, I don't want an elevation. I don't want to elevate it. So I'm gonna place it right here, closer to the door. So let's put it somewhere here. I put it there. Putting it, I'm just gonna create a copy. I will drag it to the side. I'll click on, press that control and say, and click once. It's gonna create a copy. I'll go Control T to open the objects, dialog settings there. Give it a second. It's open. You can see here we have two. So because it's a German company, so the library, it's a mixed bag. We have a little bit of German and English. So you have to figure out, as long as you know the electrical symbols, the electrical 2D plane representation, symbolically, layout of electrical fixtures, so it becomes easy for you, to know what you want. So we're gonna look for it. We have 3 poles here. I'm gonna click on it. Automatically, it's gonna change. Instead of 2 poles, it become 3 poles there. Then I say okay. So let's wait for it to update. Just a second there for it to update. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see here we have 3 poles here, right? 1, 2, 3. So which is a good job. So we're gonna zoom out a little bit here. I'm gonna zoom out. Let me just check the distance between the door frame to the switch, which is 5. Now I want it to be 10. So I'm gonna click and drag it a little bit. Let me click once, click on it, drag it a little bit to the let's select both switches. Drag it a little bit to the right. I want it to be 10 between the edge of the frame to the edge, the side edge of my switch. I want it to be 10 centimeters. So I'll click on M, which stands for measurement there. Then I'll measure both switches, the distances, which is 7. At least fine. Yeah, I'll keep it like that, which is not bad. I'll keep it that way. So we're just gonna shift these switches to the right position again. Click on these switches. Click on this one. I click on it. I'll shift it right there. Click on the double pole switch. Click on it. I shift it there. Yes. Then I'm just gonna review. Let's go Control Z. I'm supposed not to drag it. Supposed to change the node location. Just gonna click on it, put it there. What else? I'll click here, click on the node, bring it here, the power supply. I'll click on this one, click here, put it there, click on this wire, click there, bring that side, click on this wire, put it that side, click on this power supply, put it there. So yeah. So you have the light wire and you have the power supply wire. So the green one, it's the switch lights. Then this dark yellow, this dark red ones are the supplies. So yeah, we have the triple and the double there. So next, what we're gonna do? We have the double here. Did I put a double here? Not yet. So we have 2 doubles. So I'll come right here. You have a double here. I'm gonna click and drag it, right? And I'm gonna create a copy for the other switch. I'll click 1. I don't want to stretch it. I want to drag it. Click and drag. So I'm gonna click and drag, bring it all the way here because we have a double switch here. Just put it a little bit to the right, to the middle. Click once. Okay, so we have a double switch right there. So the other thing I'm gonna do, let me just finish. The other thing I'm gonna do here, we are done with switches, right? I put a single switch in here. So yeah, I know that this is a this is a single one. So I'm gonna click on the single there. I'm just gonna click on the single switch. Zoom out, bring it somewhere. Looking for there's a single switch here. There's another single switch here. So yeah, let me just click here, somewhere here. No, let's create a copy. Let's just bring it all the way here. Then go Control E to rotate. So I've missed a point there. Control E, click once. Drag it away straight, turn it around, so something like this, and click again. So we have it there. I'm just gonna click and drag it, put it into place like this. So yeah, let me go back. Let's check with the sitting room and the kitchen there. Then we be able to cover other areas of the space later on. Let me take this double, again. So outlets, yes, outlets there are receptacle. When I click on it, I'll drag it. Let's look for a double socket. What do I have here? I have all these are single sockets. I have a double socket here. So I zoom in. It's gonna drop it there. Control E to say rotate, or click there. Click this side. Say rotate. There I have it. So I'll rotate it again for the second time. I'm supposed to create a copy. That's it. I leave it like that. So I'll click on it, click and drag it. I can drag it right here. Right? This is the double socket. I can drag it right there. I can drag it right there. It's a 2-gain socket. Again outlet socket. So what I'm gonna do on this 2-gain, I think I have to stretch it a little bit. I have to stretch it there, and this. Click on this. Okay, what's gonna do? I just wanna click and drag it there. Put it there. Look at this one. It says stretch it. Stretch it there we have it. So yeah, so next what we're gonna do we have a double gain here. And the other thing is, remember this socket, because this side is the kitchen, we have cabinets here, so I have to increase the height of it. Let's see the height, because now it's 57. Let's put it, let's say 1.20 there. That's all. 1.20. I think it's a little bit lower. Let's say 1.30. Yeah. I put it 1.3. So I'm gonna copy it. The 1.3 there, because I know all these sockets. We have 3 there. We have 1 here. What I can do, because if I go to the identification, it says receptacle, so it's not a problem. So I'm gonna do, I'm just, instead of going back to go and pick another socket, I will just copy this one. I'll just copy the one that I have here, copy, and bring it down here, all the way down, closer to this single one, somewhere here. Click, create a copy, and click once there. Right, as soon as we have a copy there, I will click this side. I'll click on this side. I will say please stretch this from this side and the other one. Okay, let me put it there, and I'll stretch only one side like this. Okay, nice, we have it there. So the next thing we're gonna do here, we've created a single socket, double socket, so we're just gonna play around with the double sockets, with sockets, put them into place. This one keeps the same height from the floor. So when I click on drag that, zoom out, right, I will zoom out, drag all the way down. I'm gonna go down all the way here. I'm gonna come here like this, we're gonna place it. No, we're not gonna copy, we're just gonna drop it there. Drop there. What I can do here, click on one node there, says stretch it. So okay, we're just gonna leave it there. Let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. click on this socket, click on one corner here, drag, I leave it there. I'm just gonna say click on one side, click on stretch. I'm gonna stretch it this way, then click on socket, drag to the corner there. That's it. So yeah, we're gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna zoom out. Let's zoom out. I do the same thing. Instead of giving us a lot of job, now what I'm gonna do is gonna click on this socket, say delete. What I'm gonna do, I'll click on this socket and the model. I'll copy them, copy and drag all the way. Gonna get a copy there, click OK. We have it right there, right? We have a socket. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click and drag it this way. It's not supposed to be close at that side, somewhere here. Yeah, that way. Yeah, good. So next we having single sockets this side and the other sockets here as well. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna click on these ones, the one that I have here. I will just click on them because I don't want to do a heavy work, by modifying the symbol. No, I don't want to do that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna copy, drag and copy. I'll put it there by keeping the same size. So I click on this one, say delete. I click on this one, say delete. I come all the way, even this one as well, say delete. Right? Then I click on this socket, click on the second model. Just look where the point is. It's right there. I can see it. Then I'll click on this side, click on the socket, look for the node. The node is somewhere here. There's a node. Click once. Now I have a socket into position. This socket is on top of the counter. It's something like 30 to 25. No, I think it's 20 to 25 centimeters above the counter. So if it's above the counter, let's give it 220. I mean 120. I give it 120 above. Yeah, I put it 120 above there. So I click outside to come out of the selection, to deselect there. Just click on the socket again to make sure that the height is what we want. Okay, great. So I'm just gonna click on it again, click on the object, then click on the fixture there. Look for where I think it was set right there. So right there. So click on Control to create a copy and click down to drop it. So what I'm gonna do it a little bit, it's cutting the wall there. So we're gonna click on it and drag it a little bit inside like this, right? Okay, we have it in position there. The two sockets, we've done that side. We've done this single. This is single socket, right? So what I didn't do, I didn't change it. Let's change this single double because it was a double socket. I didn't change to single socket there. Maintain it as a double socket, but it's a single socket. The outlet it's single. So to put it single, this says that the number of slots. So I'm not dragging that to leave it as one slot instead of having two. So as you can see here, if I drag the indicator to the right, you can see that as much as I drag it, the number of slots increases, the number of sockets increases. So I'm just gonna keep it as one right there. No, then I'll say okay. I think the size of it is going to change as well, if I'm not mistaken it. The socket size is going to change. I'm pretty sure about it. The size is going to change. The size, yeah, I was right. So I'm just going to click and drag. Just going to click and drag all the way to the middle here, drag and leave it there. Then I'll decrease a little bit. I have to decrease the size of this electrical symbol, right? Just a bit. 16 will do. Okay, great. Leave it there. Good. So yeah, we have one single socket there. I'm just gonna click on it. Instead of going out to go look for those that have a drop deck coming from the first floor, I'm just gonna pick this one and create a copy for others. So the same thing here. So the same thing here. I'll place it right there. Create a copy. I'll press once Control to create a copy. You can see this plus indicator on the cursor, which means I'm going to copy it. Now I click once to create a copy. I'll say Control E for rotation. Click this side, bring it that side right there. Right, and then I'll click one side because the single socket I'm gonna place is right there in the middle. I'll leave it there. Click it again because I need to copy it once. I need to copy it, so I click there, create a copy down, drag it, create another copy here. Okay, somewhere here, create another copy. So now for this second copy, I want it to be I want it to be lower than this. I want it to be a 157 because it will be at a 0.35 centimeter from the ground. So this socket is specifically for the fridge because there's a double door fridge right here. So this socket will be used for the fridge. So I click on it again. I will drag because I do have another socket this side here on the right. Another socket here. There's another outlet that I have to pull here. I'll create a copy there. I click pressing down Control. Create a copy there. I have a copy. This side on the right side, it's made of sockets, but they are double. So what I'm gonna do, I think, are there any single socket on this side? Just drag it up. Yeah, there's one right here. So I'm just gonna drag and leave this socket here. After painting, I wanna drop it there. I'll come back for it. Okay, I'll come back for it. Let me just check the height of it. Okay, it's at the right height. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna zoom out first. Come. Let's look for the sockets, double sockets. Now, these are all switches. Sockets are here. So this is a single one. I look for the double. Okay, I have a double here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to click once, click and drag it a little bit away from the wall. Then I'll press down Control to create a copy. Click down. I have a copy here because it's to be to the opposite side from the back. So which means I will have to mirror it. I'll press down. I'm going to click on one node there. Then I'll say mirror. Either you go Control M, you'll be able to mirror. So I'm gonna mirror it this way, right? Then I'll click on one node there. We go drag, zoom out this way, come all the way here. I was setting pointing out double sockets, double outlet socket. I'll put one here because I'll put it there. And I'll increase the size of my symbol. Click on one node of the symbol. Okay, let me just click and drag it to the other node because I can only stretch it on one node. So I click on the node here, a little more, something like this. Okay, click on the node, say drag it, we'll drag the node there, place it, there it's fine. So yes, good. The there's another double node here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna click on there is another, a double outlet socket here, double gain receptacle. So I'm gonna click on it and delete it. I don't want to create multiple copies. I'm just gonna copy and drag the one that I already have, which is more simple. I'm gonna click and drag it. So I'm gonna click there, drag it all the way here. There you can feel the node there. Press that Ctrl to create a copy and you click once. There we are. We have a copy there. Oh, let me check the height. The height is very important. No, the model one. Yeah, it has to be at 157 minus the slab thickness, of which puts it at 35 centimeters. Let me come here again. Let me click on this. I'll say 0.57. Yeah, 57. Yeah. And then I think for this space here we done. Yeah, we done. So let's look at it. What I'm gonna do, I will cut a marquee. I'm gonna cut it, the marquee anyway. So let's just have a view from the inside in this direction. So what I'm gonna do, I'll cut a marquee right here, going all the way this way. So right click, I say show selection marquee in 3D. Click on it. So it's gonna show us our cutout, our marquee in 3D. I give a few seconds there.